Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 4, 2a.4, points to focus. Yes, the concept variable is a very basic concept, core concept of all programming languages. I am giving a special explanation which is divided into 15 points. Some of you may annoy with my explanation because many times I am repeating the same concept. In this context, you have to understand my objectives and intentions. Here there is a saying in Sanskrit, for good words a repetition error will not come. That means good words may be repeated until those are incorporated. Whether you like it or not, it is my objective to incorporate all the points meticulously. Now I told you around 15 points. 15 points are there to explain the characteristics of variable. That's why, for the sake of integrity, I have to explain everything. Some points may be repeated, which I explained already in the previous concepts, but don't annoy. You must have little patience in learning programming language. Little more patience you require. These are not application. These are not college-oriented studies. These are purely application-oriented studies. It is like learning car driving. You cannot take any chance at all. If you take a chance in car driving, what will happen? You know that. You know the consequences. The same thing will happen in programs. I want to prevent all such type of future errors. That's why I am mainly focusing on concepts. Thereafter, we go to applications. Then, the first one is again focus on definition of the variable. Definition of the variable. Variable is the named memory location in which a constant is stored which is subject to replacement. You should not use change. Change word is different. Suppose this is there. This is changed. This is called changed. This is replacement. Instead of this, this has come. This is replacement. A slight difference is there that you have to understand. Because constant, what is the meaning of constant? A value which is not subject to a change is a constant. How can you use change? So, we are storing a constant. Then we cannot change it, but it can be replaced. 20 is replaced by 21. Always remember the example of your age. Your age is 20 now. Next year, it is replaced by 21. So, in age variable, now 20 is there. 20 is replaced by 21. In that way, you remember the definition. It is very much important. Thereafter, what I am telling, in this memory location, we are storing a constant. It is having another name also, constant or literal constants. Literal constants. Here, one very important thing I have to tell you. Most others, depending on their interest, taste, and all the different terms they use. Normally, I use literal. Somebody may use constant. Somebody may use literal constant. All are representing the same. Because if you do not know that alternative names and all that, synonyms and all that, you are confused. You may feel this is a different thing. That's why it is my responsibility to prevent the future doubt. That's why I am explaining why the different names and all that. Constant, already explained to you, a value which is not subject to a change or which is fixed is a constant. Now 5 is there. 5 is 5. Anywhere you write 5 in this form or in this form or in this form or any other form, it represents one value. The entire world takes it with recognize it with one value, that is same, that is constant. And why it is called literal? Actually, who defined this symbol? Who defined this symbol? Actually, one literature, one language defined it. It is part of the language. A language created the sign to represent 5 value. That's why it is called literal. Why it is called a literal constant? A literature, a language defined this constant. That's why some people call it a literal constant. So don't confuse with the words. Already I told you, memory, primary memory, RAM, random access memory, RWM, read or write memory, volatile memory. This many names are there. Depending on the context, different names are used, but you should not be confused. If you do not know all these synonym terms and all that, definitely you are confused. That is my basic intention, to prevent future doubt. Prevention is better than cure. Why you should get an future date? Doubt is like an obstruction in your journey. You must take a debtor. So I don't want, I am not expecting that. That's why I am giving the clear uh, alternative terms and all that. Third one, actually, how you behave in real life. In same way, in programming also you must behave like that, and you must, whatever variables you are using in real life, sorry, in programming, they all should be declared first. Declared as you do it in real life. I invited 10 guests for dinner, 5 adult people, 3 children, 2 babies. How you are conveying, I am not bothering about the language. So you definitely should convey to your people who are preparing the food. Now in this case, uh, that that before using any variable, it should be declared. Thereafter, it should be used. Declaration, how it will be made, already explained to you. Declare before using. Now, where you have to make a declaration? In the beginning of the program, immediately after opening brace, declaration section will come. Declaration section will come. In declaration section, declaration section only, you have to declare all the variables. Already I told you what is the declaration statement. Your program may consist of 1 variable, 5 variables, or 100 variables. All variables should be declared in the declaration section. Thereafter, if you want to write, like after that, what you write in a clear screen, write. If you have to write clear screen, after that only you must write. So first, whatever variables you want to use in the program should be declared immediately after the opening brace. It is called declaration section. In the declaration section, you must declare, and then proceed, and then you have to proceed. What happens? What happens with the declaration? That is the question. By declaring variables, system is given an opportunity to allocate necessary resources. By declaration, what you are telling? You are telling its name, you are telling its type, or if you are assigning a value also you are giving there. By that, all the necessary information required by the system you are providing. Because if you consider the definition, what are required? How much memory location need to be allocated, you must system must require. By data type, we are telling int 2, 4, float, floor, char 1, like that. How many bytes are to be allocated, you are telling. Number 2, what name I have to give, that name also you are giving. Int age, 2 bytes are to be allocated. You name it as age, and you have assign 20, you store 20. All the necessary information you are giving. By that, system is enabled to create a variable without any doubt. Understand that through declaration, what you are telling to the system is that. Thereafter, two terms I have to introduce: initialization and assignment. Here, two terms you must understand in this context. One is initialization, second one is assignment. Actually, you take this declaration: int age 20 you have given. This is called initialization. Initialization means, already I told you, assignment. Actually, at the time of declaration itself, if you give value to that, if you assign the value, it is called initialization. But this is not compulsory. This is not compulsory. You may give it after few statements or immediately after that. After that, now in this case, what happens? Somewhere 2 bytes of memory is allocated. Its name is age, its type is int, it is obviously having an address. This is empty. Then after that, immediately after few statements, you have given this thing. This is called assignment. For the sake of differentiation, both are assignments only. But at the time of declaration, if you give, you call it as initialization. Afterwards, if you give, you call it as assignment. And then after this statement, 20 is stored here. That is the basic difference. So you should not be confused. Meticulous difference also you must register in your brain. Otherwise, contextually you are confused. The scope of confusion is there. Let us prevent it. Okay. Now, seventh one. Actually, you have to declare some variables of same type. Then you can declare them in one line. Suppose, see, int age. Along with the age, you have to declare your class number, your roll number. You know that all these are whole numbers only. So one line is enough for everything you need to declare. Let us take one more example: float. Height, weight. Okay, one more we take: char, section, grade. Like that, more than one variable of same type you declared in one line. And so one line declarations. Next thing, as far as name, actually I have written complete names here. Here, as far as C is concerned, if you go to Java and all that, you must write complete names. There is no compromise in that. Whatever may be the size of the name in Java, you have to use the complete name. For example, I give you one Java identifier, that is the array index out of bounds exception. This is one of the names used by Java. That means no compromise. For every identifier, every name of the element, they have to use complete names. As far as C is concerned, you can use any name. Any name means you should not take it as granted, whatever name you want. You can use short form, but it should imply to others what it is. Self-explanatory. Now height, I have written full thing. Now if you want to write HGT, you write, WGT, you write. People can understand that. People can understand that. So always, whenever you want to use a short name for a variable, just think of whether the name is understood by the reader or not. That is the only simple question. Just one example I give you. Here age is there. Age you must write as age. If you write age, people cannot understand. If you write a, people cannot understand. But some other example I give you. Number. You want to give value of the name of the variable as number. You give number, people can understand. You want to make it some smaller, then shorter, then num. You give. You write no, they understand. N also they can understand by practice. Understand? Here, what is important? Readability. So, use complete names, that is good always, because ultimately you go for Java. There you must use complete name, no compromise at all. So, if you make that practice using complete names, I appreciate. That is always good. Now, if you want to use short names, you may use it. C allows it. And but whatever name you write, without any further explanation, without any comment, the reader should understand that. That point you must understand.